All right, revenge fans, buckle up for a story so juicy it'll make your jaw drop. I'm Michelle, a 45-year-old mom and accountant, and this is how I turned my husband's cruel betrayal into a masterclass in petty payback. Picture this: our daughter's college graduation, a packed auditorium, and my husband, Tom, choosing that moment to announce he's leaving me. He thought he'd humiliate me in front of everyone. But when I pulled my trump card, he was the one screaming. This isn't just revenge. It's a mic drop moment with a side of karma. Tom and I had been married for 22 years. We raised our daughter, Emily, in a quiet Denver suburb. I was the breadwinner, crunching numbers for a tech firm, while Tom ran a failing car dealership he'd inherited. He was charming but lazy, always chasing big deals that went nowhere. I stuck it out for Emily, but things soured last year. Tom was secretive, sneaking calls, and coming home late smelling of perfume. I suspected an affair, but focused on Emily's senior year at UCLA. Graduation day was supposed to be perfect. Emily was valedictorian, and we flew to LA for the ceremony. The auditorium was buzzing, proud parents cheering grads. After Emily's speech, Tom grabbed the mic during the family acknowledgments. I thought he'd praise her. Instead, he looked at me, smirked, and said, "Michelle, I'm leaving you. I found someone who appreciates me." The crowd gasped. Emily froze. I felt 2,000 eyes on me, but I just nodded and whispered, "Okay, Tom." Why? Because I'd been planning for this, and he was about to regret it. 6 months earlier, I'd hired a PI after finding flirty texts from Stacy, a waitress at Tom's favorite bar. The PI confirmed they'd been together for a year, and Tom was funneling money from our joint account to fund their new life. I'm an accountant. I notice missing pennies. He'd siphoned $50,000, thinking I wouldn't check. Big mistake. I consulted a divorce lawyer who suggested I play the long game. Colorado's a no-fault state, but financial misconduct can sway asset division. I quietly moved my savings to a separate account and documented Tom's spending. Then I discovered his dealership was underwater, propped up by a $200,000 loan I'd co-signed years ago. Tom hadn't paid it in months, and the bank was circling. Here's the kicker. The loan was tied to our marital assets, but I found a clause allowing me to transfer liability to Tom if I could prove mismanagement. I gathered receipts, emails, and bank statements showing he'd used loan funds for Stacy's rent and a flashy watch. I was ready to strike. I didn't want to just divorce Tom. I wanted him to feel the sting of his own arrogance. Before the graduation, I'd met with the bank and my lawyer. We executed the liability transfer, meaning Tom alone would owe the $200,000. I also froze our joint account, leaving him with his near-empty personal one. But the real genius? I'd been working a side hustle, freelance tax consulting, and saved $100,000. I used it to buy a small condo in Emily's name near UCLA, a gift for her post-grad life. Tom had no idea. At the graduation, after his stunt, I waited for the reception. Tom was strutting around, Stacy on his arm, acting like he'd won. I pulled Emily aside, gave her the condo keys, and said, "This is yours, kiddo. Let's have some fun." Then I asked the MC for a quick announcement. With the crowd watching, I took the mic and said, "Tom, Good luck with your new life. You'll need it, since you're now solely responsible for that $200,000 loan. Oh, and Emily, congrats on your new condo, fully paid. I held up the deed for the crowd to see. Tom's face went purple. He screamed, "You can't do that," and lunged for the mic, but security stepped in. Stacy bolted. The crowd murmured, some clapping. Emily hugged me, tears in her eyes. Tom's outburst was caught on video by a cousin, and it went viral on the family group chat. Tom tried to fight the loan transfer, but my evidence was ironclad. The bank seized his dealership, and he's now working as a used car salesman, barely scraping by. Stacy dumped him when the money dried up. I filed for divorce, and since Tom's financial misconduct was documented, I kept our house and most assets. Emily's thriving in her condo, and we're closer than ever. I'm back to my accounting gig with a promotion and a raise. The viral video, it's still making rounds online, with comments calling Tom Loan Guy. Best part? At Emily's grad party, I toasted to new beginnings while Tom sulked in a corner. Revenge is sweet, but doing it in front of your kids cheering classmates, that's legendary. TLDR, husband announced he was leaving me at our daughter's graduation, thinking he'd humiliate me. I revealed he was stuck with a $200,000 loan and gave our daughter a paid-off condo. He screamed, lost everything, and I won the divorce. Karma's got a front row seat.